Welcome to a brand new episode of ITW. We are here at Hough High School. We're working with the Hough staff. We have a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about Google Classroom. There has been a lot of talk, a lot of hype about Google Classroom. I've heard it all summer long, and we are here at Hough. This school has taken it and it has embraced Google Classroom, and they are using it in a good majority of their classrooms, the teachers and their students. So we're going to talk to a lot of our different students, the teachers, Mr. Keys, a teacher here, Miss Miller-Smith is another teacher here. Both those are excellent teachers using Google Classroom in a fantastic way. We're going to talk to them, get their feedback. So stay tuned. Make sure you watch this episode, Google Classroom on ITW.
We went up to Hough High School and spoke to Mr. Justin Keene, a world history teacher. Let's see what his experience has been like with Google Classroom.
It's very, very simple. There's been a learning curve with understanding Drive, but I think once they realize, how they can use it both in the classroom and home. We had a student here yesterday that was working on a PowerPoint on her iPad, and she had that epiphany where she realized she can go home and open it up at home on her mom's computer, and she's not just tied to the iPad, and it was really exciting. Just the seamless way that the two sync up has been really beneficial to the kids. They're starting to use it in their other classrooms, even if the teachers aren't. With the students, I can share everything I need very quickly. If we want to look at a PowerPoint, if we want to look at a document, I can pull it from my Drive account, post it on very quickly. The world history PLC, we use it as a discussion board. If something comes up, we'll post messages to each other, kind of communicate that way, and it keeps our email a little bit free. The biggest thing is the accessibility. The kids can access it on their computers, phones, devices, anywhere. What's been really cool is I can share out a set of notes, and no longer are my kids writing down everything that's on the slides. Instead, because they can get their own copy of it, they're adding notes on their own. They're adding comments. They're adding different things we talk about in class, and we're going far beyond what we used to do with our notes. The kids turn in an assignment in classroom, then I can leave comments and feedback, send it back to the kids. They'll make the adjustments, and then they can repost it. So it's been great that way.
We also spoke to Miss Sylvia Miller-Smith, an apparel and textile production teacher. Let's see what her experience with Google Classroom has been like.
It allows my students to have easy access, an online textbook, because I upload PowerPoints, and my kids can go and study. Then they can come back and ask me questions, and they can also submit assignments in as well. It made it wonderful because I'm more of a facilitator now. They're responsible for their learning, and it's like they have all the resources right in front of them, and then they come to me and they have to do the application aspect of it, which is what I like to do. It's the point. Within the course of 2 or 3 weeks, they realized this is something that we have to do. Some kids immediately loved it because they can pull it up on their phones, they can pull it up on their tablets, they can pull it up at home on their computer, and they also pull it up in the classroom, which is what I like, because while I'm teaching, they can have their PowerPoint close to them on their cell phones and following along with me. I will say, hey, go ahead and upload all of the information that you want to give to your students. Play around with it, make sure it looks the way that you want it to look. And then go ahead and give your students the classroom code and make sure that the kids have access to it. Make sure each one of your students know how to go into the classroom. You're just going to have to set aside 10 minutes. But once you know that your students know how and you've documented and been able to visually see, then it takes it off your hands and it makes it so much easier. It's just a click of a button, which is what I like about it.
Now that we've heard from the teachers, let's see what the students have to say about Google Classroom.
I'm using it in English, math, and history.
I've been using Google Classroom in all of my classes.
French class, I use it for honors English, I use it for honors history.
I use it for math and Spanish.
It's good. It's organized so that the teachers can post things, and then they have a set due date, so you have to turn it in by that due date, and it'll let us know if we're late or when it's due, so we know that we can keep track of it.
If I'm having trouble with my homework, I can always contact my teacher through Google Classroom.
It actually really helps with notes, and there's multiple ways you can study and different versions of the notes that she gives you.
I can check it every night to see if there's any reminders, anything the teacher had sent out.
We can do share documents, which is cool because we can share ideas back and forth, which I like.
You can send direct documents to a teacher asking questions or getting personal notes. And
Man, what a great day. It was great to be here at Hough High School working with them with Google Classroom. They're trying something new. I learned a lot from them. Students are using it. It's a great experience. I really encourage all of you guys to give Google Classroom a shot. It's something different. Give it a shot. You'll be surprised at what can come out. So as always, guys, you can contact us at any time. You know our information. Same as always. You can send us a tweet on Twitter at CMS@the-core. You can also send us an email at cln@cms.k12.nc.us. And that's going to end this week's edition of ITW. Make sure you check us out next week.
On this week's issue of ITW, the help desk was challenged by Aubrey Harrison to do the Ice Bucket Challenge. On behalf of the help desk, I accept the challenge, and we're calling out anybody in IS&S that is willing to do the challenge. And this is also in memory of my cousin's husband's father, Jack Parker, who died from ALS, so it's a good cause. Here we go! Here we go!
Good evening, everyone. I'm here for my Ice Bucket Challenge, representing the gym-owned Gym Street Performance Arts Center High School, and we are trying to create a greater awareness for ALS. I'm excited to do this in hopes that my students and my friends will take a moment to read up about this disease, and I am now ready for my Ice Bucket Challenge.